Hello, and welcome to the second edition of the Executive Field Notes newsletter, May 2026. Our subject today is the talent war, lessons from executives building enduring organizations. Most leadership teams don't have a hiring problem. They have a development problem. The issue usually isn't finding talent, it's failing to build it once it arrives. We pour energy, budget, and attention into recruiting the right people. Too often we treat hiring like the finish line. But hiring is only the beginning. The real work is developing the people you already have. Early in my career, I didn't fully understand this. I spent too much time managing immediate tasks and not enough time intentionally building the team around me. I wasn't focused enough on succession pipelines, structured one-on-ones, or identifying future leaders early. Over time, I learned something pretty important. If you're not actively developing people, you are limiting the growth of your company. Now, you don't need a crisis to make this a priority, but if you want an example of what happens when development is neglected, look at a recent guest on my podcast. You can really see the cost of the revolving door. I recently sat down with Mike Tinkey, president of Eagle Crusher, a family-owned heavy equipment manufacturer in Ohio. In 2023, the company experienced very rapid growth, but without a structured system to train and retain employees, that growth created a major problem. Employee turnover reached almost 80% that year. New hires were being pushed directly into production without proper development. Recruiters were working nonstop just to keep positions filled. At some point, Mike and his team realized they couldn't hire their way out of the problem. They shifted focus from acquisition to retention. Their HR team launched a program called SOAR, designed to strengthen leadership and communication across the organization. More importantly, they opened participation to employees at every level of the company, not just senior leadership or high potential employees. Welders, clerks, supervisors, and frontline team members all had access. That decision changed the pipeline. When leadership roles opened up, they promoted people who already understood the culture, the operation, and the business. The proactive executive toolkit. Most organizations won't experience turnover at that level, which makes it easy to delay development work. That's a mistake. If you want to build a leadership pipeline before you need one, these three disciplines matter. First, the intentional one-on-one with your directs. A true one-on-one is not a project status meeting. It's dedicated time to focus on the individual. One of the best questions a leader can ask is, where are you feeling stuck or frustrated, and what can I do to help? Your role is not just to manage performance, it's to remove obstacles, create clarity, and help people grow. Second, the skip level scout. If you only see your organization through your direct reports, you're seeing a filtered version of reality. Regular conversations with skip level employees help you identify emerging leaders early. They also help you understand whether your priorities and expectations are actually reaching the front lines. Strong leaders don't wait for talent to become obvious. They scout it early. Third, living succession scorecards. Most successful plans live in a binder until someone resigns. That's too late. You got to ask yourself, if one of my senior leaders left tomorrow, who is ready to step in immediately? If there's no clear answer, your pipeline needs attention. Succession planning is not an HR exercise. It's one of the clearest indicators of leadership health inside of an organization. The bottom line, finding great people matters, but retaining them, developing them, and preparing them to lead is what creates a company that lasts. Too many executives focus only on the next hire and their day-to-day business while overlooking the talent already inside the building. The best leaders proactively build from within. One final thought, organizations grow when people grow. If you want long-term performance, you have to invest in the capability, depth, and development of your team before you desperately need it. So in other words, build the bench before the game depends on it. That's it. I'm Jeff Cass, founder of Impact Coaching. One final postscript. Take a look at your calendar this week. How much time is locked in for development, succession, or one-on-ones versus managing the day-to-day business? Hit reply and tell me your honest ratio.